What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. My name is Eli, most known as FIFA Trickster, and today on this video we're going to be doing the second part of our esport for pro clubs. Where is the future of pro clubs? Is pro clubs going to be officially an esport competition? Now, I know what you guys are already thinking. Some of you guys are already like, oh, pro club is already an esport. There's leagues out there. We're going to be talking all about that and why I think there's some more inputs on that. Also, we're going to also have some special guests. I was able to get something from CASTRO1021. And also, I was able to get a live stream with the CEO of one of these competitive leagues, and he was able to give me some insight of some stuff that he noticed and some stuff that we might not be able to get from pro clubs. But nonetheless, let's start this video. We're gonna jump right into it. Now, again, like I said, this is the part 2 of this video. If you guys don't remember, I did a video back in May 24 of last year, so almost a year from now. About explaining where pro club is coming, eSport is coming to pro clubs, and I explained pretty much everything about that. Now, if you guys don't know what VFO is pretty much a competition, a league in Spain. They also try to launch in Mexico, and they have Club America in Mexico, and they're pretty much growing pretty big. But they're very big in Spain. And actually, remember who actually was able to join us on our 50-0-0 challenge? He was able to join us and play. As you guys know, he follows me, I follow him. But he's a big part of that community. He's actually the captain for Real Sociedad, and that's the actual club in Spain. So if you guys don't know, VFO is a big thing in Spain, but it's expanding as well. But this video that I pretty much explained everything about that. So if you guys want to watch that, I'll put the link on the description. They have clubs such as Valencia CF, eSport, Villarreal, Real Betis, Cadiz, RCD. All those teams are pretty much in there. And it's a pretty big part of everything, and there's links in there that you guys can see as well, and all that stuff. But nonetheless, guys, we're gonna start with VFO. So VFO, like I said, when they first started with their first league, you guys can see they had a lot of big clubs in there, and they have grown since then. They have other clubs join, and they have a lot of divisions. So they're pretty big in the European game of pro clubs. Also, there's a lot of clubs in the likes of Germany that have like a lot of divisions. They're very competitive. Xbox side is pretty competitive as well. So this actually goes for both sides. VFO is in both sides. Now, the next league we're going to talk about is VPN, which is the one I play in. Now, the reason why I really like VPN is because they have leagues they have leagues in multiple countries, and they were the one that kind of started that from the start. Now, there's leagues out there that just started or about only a year old, but VPN has been around since Pro Club really launched it. I think they've been around since 2011, 2012, if I'm correct. So they've been around pretty long, but this is their website. If you guys want to check them out, go for it. But they pretty much hold, as you guys can see, they hold tournament, cash tournament. So if you win, you get prizes and stuff. And like myself, like I said, I play in this competition, and VPN has leagues in different countries and stuff like that. So if you guys want to check it out, make sure you guys go ahead and check it out as well. I play in the US version. They have leagues in Mexico, pretty much a lot of countries. It's just called the FVP. That's pretty much what they're called. But you guys can check them out as well. Now, the next one we're going to be talking about is VPG. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are familiar with VPG. They are pretty much a newcomer, you can say. They've been only around for, I think, a year or so, a year and a half, maybe 2. But they are the one that pretty much is wrecking the competition right now. They're doing everything they can. They're getting partners, football clubs in real life to join. If we go to their website and you go to the bottom page, you can see their partner. They have Fleetown. I'm pretty sure that's what their name. Fleetown is one of their club. Fleetwood Town. Fleetwood Town is one of the club. I apologize for that. They have Grand Rapids FC, which is in the VPGA, which is the American version. They have Georgia Revolution. I actually play for GRFC as a super sub. Just a fun fact. Georgia Revolution, who also plays in the VPGA, which is America. They have, of course, I think I can't pronounce their name sometimes, but these are their partners. The newest club they announced was Oxford United. I just joined them. I think it was like last week. And then they have another team that's Atlantic, who also plays in the VPGA in America. And this club is, I think they also announced this a couple of days ago. So Tormenta FC. It's a club from the USLA, I believe that's what the league is called. It's kind of like the second, maybe the second division. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section. But they're one of the clubs. They also joined VPG, and they also have, of course, if you go to La Liga map, they also have leagues in different countries. So that is the kind of big for pro clubs community, because a lot of people live in different places, and it's kind of it makes sense to have leagues in different places with different times so people are able to join. But their biggest one is their Premier League. Their Premier League is very competitive. That's where you have the likes of QPR, you have the likes of Epsilon Pro clubs, which are actually undefeated right now, as you guys can see. So VPG is pretty big, but their Division 1 Premier League is probably one of the biggest one right now. VPN also have some really good competition, but VPG Premier League is pretty good. Probably one of the best right now. VFL, of course, is the one we're going to talk about next, but VPG is pretty big. They're growing pretty massively. They opened leagues in Brazil. They opened league in Saudi Arabia, I believe. They've done a lot. So if you guys want to learn more about them, make sure you check them out. But we're also going to talk about. So I did a live stream about last Thursday, with the CEO of VPGA, who's actually that's Aaron. Now some of you guys might not know who Aaron is if you're not familiar with VPG, but he is pretty much the owner and CEO of VPG, and we were having a live stream talking about what's the future of pro clubs and what is he gonna see potentially see that is gonna be coming to pro clubs. Now we were talking, and he did explain that the big issue right now is that pro clubs is 11v11. And for EA to really launch and focus on that for pro clubs, they're looking to make it more a 5v5 or 4v4, because it's pretty expensive for a team or organization. Let's say Optic launched a team. It's pretty expensive for them to send all 11 players to an event. But he was thinking of ideas where he could do it if he wanted to host his own tournament, and EA was able to approve him. He would be able to, let's say, send 4 players to a tournament, to the LAN event, and then have the other 7 players play from home. So you would send your captain. You send your captain, or you say 3 of your captains, maybe a goalkeeper, a striker, a center mid, something like that, a defender. So you have 4 going, and you have the other rest playing from home. So that's one way. And also at the end of the video, we'll also be talking about other ways that people have been saying. But Aaron was also able to explain that he actually put an agreement request a license from EA, and they actually rejected it from him, because of course EA doesn't want leagues to be making money, because technically EA is not really doing much with pro clubs, and we all know that pro clubs has tremendous potential, and it can grow a lot. Like if they make it like 2K, which you can pay for like tattoos and stuff like that, they could make money out of it, but they're really not focusing on it. But that's pretty much what my conversation with Aaron was, and that was really interesting to kind of see his perspective on stuff. So that is VPGA. They also have, again, like I said, that's VPG, and they also have the version of VPGA, which is the American version, and other leagues around the world. So make sure you guys check them out if you guys are interested in playing in the UK, which is different time. So that's why I don't play in the UK version, because it's pretty rough for me. So I try to play in the VPGA. The next league we're going to be talking about is VFL. Now VFL, of course, most people should know what VFL is. I actually myself used to play in VFL in FIFA 15 and 16. But again, VFL is another league that they are pretty massive, and they launched their VPL competitive, which is you create your own club with your actual name instead of playing with VFL Barcelona and stuff like that. But my reason why I left VFL was because they expanded to US, but not really, and the time zone kind of wasn't really suitable. But VFL is a very good league to join as well, and all of these leagues are like what is designed to help pro clubs, the pro clubs community. So the pro clubs community is pretty massive. Some people just might not know that, and just play regular pro clubs and think that's, oh, I'm world rank and stuff like that. But VFL is pretty massive. They have leagues in both Xbox and PS4. The Xbox side is pretty big. The PS4 side is pretty big as well. They also have eSport players like Shells, who plays for VFL Real Madrid, and they have other clubs as well. They have players that play in Epsilon eSports, which was named Olympus FC, Olympia FC, I believe. But VFL is pretty big. So if you guys are looking for any leagues, there's so many leagues out there you can join. But the next thing we're going to be talking about is the club that actually Ronaldo El Fenomeno, the Brazilian Ronaldo, launched. Not launched, but kind of take over and starting managing as a pro club team. So as you get, this is in Portuguese, so I'll just explain it to you guys what happened. So there was a club called Montin eSport, and they played in the Brazilian league. which is this league right here. It's called VPSI. This is only, I think they only have the Brazilian tournaments, Brazil tournaments. They don't really have anything outside of it. But this is kind of like the professional Brazil league in some sense. But this is the team, Ronaldo's team. At first, it was called Mountain eSport, and then they got launched, and all that team got picked up. So pretty much what happened to Olympia CS FC is pretty much what happened to this team, and Ronaldo took it over. So now all of them play under Ronaldo, and they actually have a gaming route in Brazil, I believe, and they're pretty solid. It's a very good team, Brazilian team. But I just wanted to bring you guys to that attention, that it's not only VPG or VFL that's looking for stuff like that, or VPN, but there's everybody in the community is looking to expand pro clubs. So pro clubs esport future is looking really massive. So it's going to be very interesting to see going forward. And of course, again, like I said, guys, I'm always tweeting on stuff on Twitter. So if you guys want to go over on Twitter and give me a follow, I'll be happy to answer any of your questions you guys have. But for me, I think pro clubs, the future pro clubs is looking pretty bright. But I'm going to be playing a clip that I was able to go into Castro's stream today. He was streaming today some Ultimate Team. And I was like, let's ask Castro a question and see what he said. But pretty much he was talking about what he thinks about pro clubs. And what I asked him was, Castro, do you have any interest of starting your own pro club team to compete with some of the real football teams out there? And he kind of gave me a very good answer that I was kind of looking for. And Castro, I think he actually showed interest in pro clubs. But there's a lot of people out there as well that's doing stuff as well. So actually, before we jump into that, I retweeted a tweet by PSV. This guy plays for PSV, I think the Ultimate Team. And this was today. They were hosting an 11v11 pro clubs in PSV Stadium. So that's pretty massive. There was also another one of the Liga Portuguesa. They actually did one as well. But this, as you guys can see, this is pretty massive. So big shout out to those people for putting that together. But again, the biggest thing from all of this is talking to Aaron. He was talking about EA needs to get involved if we want pro clubs to go anywhere. And that's kind of the same thing that you guys will see from Castro that he kind of explained. So let's jump into that video, and I'll chat with you guys after that whole conversation.
To the chat, boys. Yo, FIFA Trickster, thank you for the 5, man. Ow, my hands hurt. Hey, Castro, any interest? Wait, what? Any interest in starting a pro club team to compete with other football clubs around the world? Gracias, amigo. Much love. Dude, I would love to do that, but if EA don't push it, then you can only go so far. I feel like they should have like an actual pro clubs tournament somewhere. Like, you know how they have the eSports tournament in these arenas? They should have a pro clubs one, and then I would definitely want to start one. I'm pretty sure I could find like 5 really good players to be part of a pro clubs team to compete with other pro clubs players, and then we could actually have like a proper team or tournament. Like, think about that, dude. If EA were to like set something up, or I mean, I could probably even do it, but I don't know many people that would want to do like a pro clubs tournament. But imagine like PSG, Optic, the Sidemen, fucking Team Castro, #United, Roma, whatever. We're all in the big pro clubs tournament. 5v5. We're all going at it for, I don't know, $1 million. All right, fine. $500,000. All right, fine. $100,000. No, $1 million. Right? Who's not going to want to watch that? 5 guys in a booth playing pro clubs going against each other. Dude, that's the future of esports, in my opinion. That would just be huge. That would be bigger than, like, because you see like the CSGO tournaments and stuff.
But yeah, guys, as you guys can see there, Castro was pretty much talking about that whole same thing that Aaron was talking about. For pro clubs to become big, we need EA to get involved. If, like Castro was saying, he even said, oh, have Team Castro, Optic, and this and like that. So that's kind of huge. It's kind of like the visual that everybody's looking at. I'm pretty sure the leagues like VPG, VFL, VPN are all looking into that. Especially VPG, talking to Aaron was kind of like an insight of the whole conversation going into FIFA 19. Now, there's a lot of clubs joining eSport, joining pro clubs. So eSport is very, it's a big thing that could end up coming to pro clubs. I mean, there's leagues out there that pay you cash to play, but again, for us to have like a LAN event, we would have to legit have 11v11. I mean, legit have EA involved. But again, Aaron, even Castro explained that it could be pretty hard. It could be pretty hard because EA would have to get involved to be able to make this a kind of a big sense of pro clubs becoming an esport. Go into competition like Castro explained, playing for $100,000, $500,000, and he even said $1 million. Why not? Having teams like Sideman, Optic, Castro with his own team. Imagine Castro having his own team. Imagine Optic having their own team. Epsilon Esports is actually, they have a Call of Duty team, so they joined pro clubs. So why not other organizations join? So it's looking pretty bright. But again, for pro clubs to be massive, I believe, again, just like they said, I believe EA would have to get involved to be able to get that massive. Now, we're going to play another clip of Castro talking about some stuff in pro clubs about the AI and stuff like that that someone asked him in the chat. And then we'll round it all together and we'll close the video out for you guys.
AI and pro clubs sucks. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Push it. Like, they need to... Dude, let's be real. The pro clubs gameplay, I mean, if you thought Ultimate Team was bad, you should see all the AIDS that happens in freaking pro clubs. It's fucking hilarious. It's crazy. But I know what you mean by the AI and pro clubs. I think it's up more because a lot of people don't actually control... A lot of people that play pro clubs, they only control 2 guys on the pitch. Sometimes just 1. Or no, two or 3 guys. And then the rest are all AI. Anyways, yo.
But yeah, as you guys can see there, pretty much Castro again was chatting just about the AI and stuff. For us to make it big again, it's all about EA. EA is the big player here. For them to make it big, it has to happen. Now, you guys also know that EMLS, the MLS competition of foot, also launched, what, last year? And they had the PAX East in Boston, and they hold that. Now, that's another potential. If MLS was to get involved, I think if the other leagues get involved, that could even make it massive. As you guys know, the Mexican League is involved. I know they're not involved, but they have a pro club competition. Costa Rica, I think, has a league that's involved. Portugal, their league, the Liga NOS team is involved. Brazil, I think they're being announced pretty soon. But there's leagues out there that are involved. So more people that come into it, the better chance we have of EA really stepping up. But they are the biggest player here, so we can't really do much. The only thing we could do is keep pushing pro clubs. So make sure you guys keep pushing hashtag pro clubs matter over on Twitter. I'm gonna be putting a Twitter out of hashtag pro clubs matter and sending a tweet to EA. But again, they are the biggest players here. They are the maker of the game. So for it to be game changing, they would have to do something. But leagues like VPG, VPN, VFO, the Brazilian league, all the other leagues out there, Germany has a big amount of followers and players playing there. For all these to become successful, it doesn't matter if it's Xbox or PS4 or PC. We all know that Xbox has a good competition, PS4 has a good competition. There's teams on PS4 that are really good. There's teams on Xbox that are really good. But it would be really massive to see if we were able to do a LAN event. Now, it doesn't matter. In my opinion, it doesn't matter if it's 4v4 in LAN and then have the rest play from home, which is totally fine with me. That's just a start. But eventually, pro clubs is going to have to go to that route. So overall, that's pretty much what I think on this video and the future of where pro clubs is going to be going. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. So before we even close out this video, I want to give a big shout out to Castro for answering that question. I really appreciate it. And also big shout out to Aaron for joining the live stream. Big shout out to all the leagues out there trying to push pro clubs to become bigger than what it is, become esport eventually. So VPN, VFO, VFL, VPG, the other section of VPG, which is VPGA, and all of them for working so hard to push pro clubs as much as possible. And hopefully EA recognizes the potential of pro clubs, and I'm pretty sure hopefully pro clubs also improves in FIFA 19. But yeah, stay tuned. Make sure you guys check out the link for all of these in the description. I'll put the link for Castro streams in there. You guys already 100% know who he is. I'll put the link to all the other leagues I talked about. So shout out to everyone. Thank you guys all for watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and also subscribe for more pro clubs content. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Eli, mostly known as FIFA Trickster, and I'll catch you guys later.